right now I don't see myself marrying. Good. You have to be transparent in your relationships. If you're not, then what's the fucking point? In all your relationships, be transparent. That's the best thing. This thing. And what is going on? You think I turn things down and then the things still are acting weird? My phone is acting a fucking fool. Oh, because it's still on. Turn that volume down. Um, And yeah, so that's my thoughts on relationships. Like, you have to define the relationship. You have to be transparent in a relation. Any relationship, you need to define the relationship, because even when you have friends, because sometimes you kind of cross that little border there, that little line, making out a little bit, having a little bit of sex. Like, if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. But you need to fucking define the relationship and be like, I only want to do this, but I still want to be friends. And then you could be like, okay. Or they could say, no. And then you could end the friendship, or, give the other person the fucking decision and what to make. You can't fucking be like the only one making the decision. It's not fair. Because if you have somebody that you fucking are interested in, or just want to keep a friendship with, you just gotta be transparent, you guys. That's all I gotta say. And it's not that hard, and it is scary. It is scary. I give you that. But it is not hard to be transparent, because all you got to do is say how you feel. And, thankfully, my beautiful ADD has made it to where never mind. I'm not going to start going into that. There's a fucking fine line on the neurodivergent spectrum, but I overshare. That's why I have a podcast. And I just told my friend today, I was like, I overshare with my partner when I'm in a relationship. If I cannot be able to overshare my feelings, my thoughts, what happened today. So the relationship between oh my God. Their names disappeared from my brain. On How I Met Your Mother. Why do I feel like it's an et name and something from Buffy? What's her shit? Oh, shit balls. My brain with names today is not working. So I'm going into the beautiful thing called the World Wide Web. I wonder if people realize that's what WWW stands for, because some people today don't realize anything. So How I Met Your Mother, the name is like on the top of my fucking that's scary. I typed in HI and Hilary Duff came out, and she's on How I Met Your Father right now. How I Met Your Mother. Their names are Lily and Marshall. Why did I get an it from it? That's so weird. So Lily and Marshall have this open relationship where they tell each other fucking everything. And that's kind of how I am in my healthy relationships with people. So that's saying that I haven't had a healthy relationship in a very long time. Where I'm able to fucking word vomit all over my partner. And they are telling me about their whole entire day from front to back, That's how I know that I'm not in a healthy relationship, where I'm not expressing those things. And where they want to hear it, because your partner should love you so much that they think that those things are the cutest things ever, where you're word vomiting the chisme from work and all of that, and even with my friendships, that's kind of how it is, where they're like, how was your day? And then I word vomit all over them, and they want to know all the chisme from work and all that. Like, those are great fucking relationships. And so I was telling my friend today, I was like, when I'm in a relationship, this is what happens. This is what I do. And I haven't had that in a very long time. And like, I even gave her the year. I was like, this is the last time that I had that, because I was actually dating she was my best friend. And She wanted to hear everything, and she dealt with my crazy, and I dealt with her fucking crazy, but then the crazy was just too much. And I've discussed this relationship before months ago, and that's the relationship that I fucking left because I couldn't anymore. And that was like the first time I fucking made the decision to take care of myself and put myself first. And it was the hardest thing that I ever did, and I felt guilty. And it's shitty that you feel guilty for things when you're doing something healthy for yourself. And it sucks. But you know that it's the right decision to do, but you just don't want to hurt people. So now I'm going to look that in the book because I just read something about that, but I'm going to discuss this later. So, I'm always afraid to hurt somebody, but, I did it. And so the type of relationship that I usually enjoy is being one where we're transparent as fuck. We define the relationship, everything is open, and those are the good relationships that usually last for a long ass fucking time. Because if you can't communicate with your person, there's no point. Like, what's the point? The sex is good, but then it's just sex. Then you're just a booty call. And I'm not telling you how to have a relationship at all. This is the way that I see things and the way that I define my relationships and what I want. So you can do whatever you want as long as you're doing it healthy. And that's the only advice that I'm giving is healthy things to do, because there are like negative ways on how to handle situations. All right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going to do a quick break and I'll be right back if I can find the pause button. Well, thank you for one moment, please. All right, I am back. Thank you for holding. I'm sure that was a great commercial. Be sure to listen to the commercials. Be sure to click on them. I don't know if you can click on them. I actually don't know. It depends on every platform what to do. You know what sounds really good right now? Coffee. One moment while I take a sippity sip. Mmm. Delicious. Everyone should be drinking tres leches. Oh, I don't even remember which one I got. It's the Mexican vanilla with cinnamon, I think. I'm not too sure. But anyhow. Oh man, what happened to my mouse just died on me. I'm working. Okay, it's working again. So, yeah. Relationships shouldn't be hard. Discussions should be had. Everybody deserves an explanation. Everybody's boundaries should be fucking respected, for one. I've been in places where my boundaries were not respected fucking whatsoever. So I think, so the person, okay. So the couple episodes ago, I discussed saying that I was thinking of possibly dating, and I discussed it with one of my friends, and she was like, I am so happy for you. That is so great. I'm like, but I'm like nervous about it because people fucking suck. And no matter how healthy that I am, people can bring out the worst in me, and I need to make sure to keep those boundaries, like I'm generally a happy motherfucker. And when you're an energy vampire, and you're sucking my energy and I'm getting in not happy moods, then that is definitely a problem. So I think that's going to be like my warning in the beginning of the relationship, and say, I am a happy person. If you see me being unhappy, you need to ask me why I'm being unhappy. Or, you know what? Don't do that. I'll tell you. I'll say you are being a motherfucker. Just kidding. Because I'm transparent in relationships. To a fucking fault sometimes, I think, where I'm like, you are doing, no, it's the fucking right thing to do. You are fucking showing me unhealthy fucking behaviors. Period. That's a healthy thing, is to call your partner out. That is a healthy thing. Calling your partner out for the shitty things that they do so they can fucking work on them. I was in a relationship where it was that way, where they would be like, yo, this is the way that I'm feeling because you're doing this. And you're like, And I was like, oh, fuck, I will take care of that. And I fucking changed those unhealthy things that I was doing. And then when I would tell them, hey, you're showing me these and you're doing this and this is the way that I'm feeling about it. And did they respect me and fix those things? No, they lied. And they would say, yeah, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. I'll work on it. And they never did work on it. But how many of you guys have been in a relationship like that? I was going to use one of the things. Hold on. How many of you guys have been in a relationship like that? Stupid. I give myself laughs, and that's all that matters. You know, that's just my set of advice today. So I'm going to write this down. Oh, I don't even know where to write it down. I have paper everywhere, but I just be transparent in your relationships. That's all you got to do. Relationships shouldn't be hard. You should be having uncomfortable conversations. Like, that's a relationship. They're not like, you just discuss things, the things that are hard to discuss. Like, well, this is the way that I'm feeling about us not having sex 50 times a week. And you'd be like, well, I don't think I can have that much sex. I'm a busy person. And then they're like, well, let's make a compromise. That's the way it should be. Not like, I'm cutting off sex entirely from you. Like, there needs to be discussions and you need to be honest and not fucking selfish. And transparent and beautiful. That's a beautiful relationship right there. Where you tell each other what you need to be told. And that's the one thing that, like I said, I'm afraid of dating. I'm afraid of dating because people really are not cool. And I need to put in practice what I preach. Because most people say these things and they don't follow them. Because I can talk about this shit till I'm blue in the face, but I'm not um following my own bullshit. It's not bullshit. Following my own advice. So I need to definitely start doing that. And that's what this whole working on myself since the separation has been about, was healing myself and tending to my garden and myself, and just make good choices, make good decisions, and stop being selfish. Like, most people, the easiest route is just to be selfish and do whatever you want. But if you want a healthy relationship, that's not the way to do it. Talk to your person. So, and I'm really hoping that, my next relationship, I take all of my advice that I'm fucking shuffling out, because I know how to have a healthy relationship, but I let myself down by letting the person walk all over me, and I've learned that. By, this, now it's time to not let myself fucking get hurt and be aware of these things. And February 1st through March 6th is when this person wants their papers. And, we all can take care of ourselves and do all these things and make sure that we are good. Because we only really have ourselves to answer to when it comes down to things. I don't know what I'm talking about right now at that part. Just cross it off. Because we are not the only ones to answer to, because we have other people to answer to. But we have to take control of the situation with our thoughts in mind and all that. And I'm becoming a broken record here now. So just remember, be transparent. I'm going to write it down now, because that means it's the end of the show when I write it down. Well, number 1, be transparent. Number 2, communicate. 3, healthy behaviors. 4, tend to your garden. I think those are good ones, right? Be transparent, communicate, exhibit healthy behaviors, Ooh. And tend to your garden because why?